it is October 17th, and Dylan and I are out here in one of the bean fields that we hunt, and we are going to be setting up a blind today. We have our little 6-month-old golden retriever here helping us out. But this is a bean field that we hunt down in this corner down there. We have a double stand that Dylan and I have bow hunted out of many times. And actually this season we've had some we've hunted out of there a couple times already this season, seen lots of does and a couple small bucks. But from where we're at, sitting there, you can see this is a huge cove here. And so down in that corner, there's a lot of action, but there's also tons of action of big bucks up here. So we are going to kind of clear out some brush here and brush in a blind so that we can hunt out of it. As you can see, there are tons of scrapes that are actively being used by bucks. I don't know how well you can see this, but there are really good scrapes. I mean, everywhere along this tree line. This is just showing a few of them. So, and they have been hitting them like crazy. You can just see how all the branches are broken off and stuff. So, anyways, we are really excited to get this brushed in here. I think it's going to be a really good spot. They come around this corner here. The neighbors have this field planted in Milo, so they come around this corner here and work their way all the way down this tree line. So this is going to be a really good spot. Dylan has baseball practice tonight, unfortunately, and won't be able to come out and sit, but I'm going to come out here after we get this blind all brushed in, and I'm going to come sit out here and see what I can see. So we will keep you posted. We're going to start getting this brushed in here so that we can get in and get out quickly. And yeah, but stay tuned. I will be filming my hunt tonight by myself. So we'll see how that goes. We just got finished setting the blind up. As you could see, here it is. We are going to totally brush it in. We're going to clear a couple shooting lanes here and brush it in. And then we'll show you guys the final product.
Deer, you know.
Oh my gosh. We just got the blind all brushed in. It's already honestly pretty hidden because there's some pretty thick underbrush back here, but we went ahead and put a bunch of branches and pine trees and stuff all along it. So here, I'll show you guys what it looks like now. Can't even see it, can ya? Okay, and just checked that camera that we have right here, and this morning there was a big tall 8-pointer that walked down this trail and went back into the woods back there. So I'm hoping he's just bedded down somewhere in there and he decides to walk this trail again tonight. That would be awesome. There are quite a few bucks here that would definitely be on the hit list tonight, so we will hopefully get a shot at one of them tonight, and if not, hopefully just see something. So anyways, stay tuned. Alright you guys, I'm going to try to make this fast because it's getting late and I don't think there's a whole lot of room left on this SD card, but it was a super good night. I hope I got good footage of that buck for you guys because he was such a pretty buck and super nice, and I wish he would have came in closer, at least so I could get good video, but I didn't unfortunately get a video. But he was chasing on a doe hard. He was locked down on her. She was running. He was right following her close. That was super cool to see. And then he just kind of trotted off into the woods after that. Unfortunately never came in closer, but I also couldn't get it on video because they were so stinking close to my blind. But I had some doe come into like 10 yards and I watched her and she never saw me, but she kind of put her nose up in the air smelling. I think she caught my scent. So anyways, they trotted off. They stayed in the field, but they never blew or anything, just trotted off. They actually stayed there till sunset, and I did have, right at last shooting light, I had a tiny buck and a spike come in and kind of just start feeding in the field. So anyways, super eventful night. Hopefully I got some good video for you guys. That was my very first time self-filming, so have some grace. But it was a super fun night, and Dylan and I cannot wait to get back in the stand together or back in the blind, whatever, and hopefully have a shot at a nice deer. So anyways, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot to us. Thanks for watching.